They were rapping and singing about God, but the imagery they showed during the performance tells us otherwise. While Will Smith was rapping about God, which he didn't specify which God, we can see that he is once again inside of a magical circle.
I'm so glad that he said that, because I be saying that in all my videos, bro. You do not know. When these celebrities go on the podium and they thank God, or they go on their social media accounts and they thank God, allegedly, these celebrities believe in another God.
Who'd you walk in on? Him and Dwayne Martin. Door to Dwayne dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having sex with Will. There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing like murder. It was there.
Oh, that is just disgusting. Look at her. You gonna need a whole bottle of wine after hearing that shit. Look at her face. What is good? Diamond Dynasty, baby. Y'all already know what's going on in this video today. Today, man, as you guys can tell by the title of this video, what we're gonna be reacting to. All right, we're gonna be breaking down Will Smith's BET ritual performance. All right, shout out to Truth Is dropped this video right here that I thought was gonna be interesting. I have not seen the BET Awards in probably years on years on years. The shit is just not the same. Before we get into the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell they ain't your mama, tell they Uncle Joey still a hoe. Let's get right into the video.
Every year, BET puts on a massive show for their award ceremony. The fans tune in to watch the biggest celebrities perform and collect their coveted BET award. The performance that these celebrities put on, it's always elaborate and leaves
this nigga in a pit of hell, bro.
The fans wild. That was the case with this year's BET Award, as Will Smith put on a
He looks like he's in that movie he was in, I Am Legend. I love that movie.
Great performance. The only thing is, the fans have no idea what this performance represented, and if the fans knew, they wouldn't look at Will Smith the same.
The same thing with these artists doing these dark ass music videos. And these fans just think, oh, it's just artistry. And no, nigga, it's demonic shit going on, okay? That's what they doing. That's why it's so dark. This is not a fucking horror movie. And why is he or she singing about love, but he's in the pits of hell in the music video? You just have to make it make sense. It does not make any sense unless these niggas on some other shit.
Hey guys,
allegedly.
I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, we will be talking about...
Hey, this is hard, I ain't gonna lie. This whole setup, this whole little outfit, that shit hard. This is like an AI screen too. That shit, hey, I like that.
A Will Smith's BET performance. But before we begin,
this whole setup is hard back here.
I wanted to let my Patreon members know that a new Patreon exclusive is dropping this week. The video is about a police... The BET Award is one of the biggest award ceremonies in the entertainment industry. For many years, BET has hosted this award show celebrating that year's most popular celebrities. During these ceremonies...
Whoa. My question is, what was Will Smith singing? What song does Will Smith have out? Please let me know in the comment section down below to where he had a whole performance on the BET Awards. Where have I been that I missed Will Smith's song that needs to be in the fiery pits of hell?
He has hosted this award show celebrating that year's most popular celebrities. During these ceremonies, celebrities are chosen to put on an elaborate show for the audience. While the audience is often wowed by the performance, they don't seem to realize the performance they just watched has a dark meaning behind it. In fact, more often than not, it's not even a performance. As crazy as this might sound to some of you, these performances are actually rituals. This is why these award shows are called ceremonies. These celebrities are performing ceremonial rituals for the audience to participate in.
Allegedly.
While the fans think they're cheering on their favorite celebrity, they are unknowingly participating in an occult ceremony. The celebrity leading the ritual is feeding off the energy of the crowd, and he is directing that energy towards the entity the ritual is being attributed to. These performers are often shown in what's called a magical circle, which is done by occultists and rituals to keep spirits trapped within the circle. A perfect example of this can be found in the 2023 Grammy Awards. Sam Smith had the most talked about performance that year, as he was presented wearing all red with devil horns. He was seen in the center of a burning magical circle while he sang his song Unholy. What Sam Smith was doing was performing a ceremonial ritual that was obviously dedicated to the devil himself. Everything about this performance was a ritual. This is why we see his backup dancers ritually dancing around him during the entire performance. Sam Smith fed off the energy of the crowd and dedicated it to Lucifer as an offering. The entire ceremony is meant to harness the energy of the fans who unknowingly are participating in an occult ritual without their consent.
Allegedly, the sacrifices do the same thing. They harness the sadness and the low vibrations when a celebrity passes. They harness that shit and give it to, quote unquote, the devil, allegedly, right? Allegedly.
This is the core purpose of these award ceremonies, and most people have no idea. This is exactly what took place this year at the BET Awards, especially during Will Smith's performance. Now I know this might confuse you, as Will Smith was supposedly singing about God and even brought out gospel singer Kirk Franklin. You might be saying right around now, there is no way this performance could have been a ritual.
So you're telling me that Will Smith went gospel, but he's in the fiery pits of hell. So what is he doing in the fiery pits of hell? Is he trying to ascend from the fiery pits of hell?
They were rapping and singing about God, but the imagery they showed during the performance tells us otherwise. While Will Smith was rapping about God, which he didn't specify which God, we can see that he is once again inside of a magical circle.
I'm so glad that he said that, because I be saying that in all my videos, bro. You do not know. When these celebrities go on the podium and they thank God, or they go on their social media accounts and they thank God, or they talk about God in their songs, they have a lot of you guys fooled, because I've seen people defend artists saying that, oh, this person always talks about God, or this person right here worships God and always thanks God publicly. Just because you only see one God doesn't mean that to other people, other gods don't exist. I believe in one God. But allegedly, these celebrities believe in another God, which they worship and lift up, that is a lot darker than the God that we know of. So, allegedly.
Created with flames. This is the first red flag, as God forbids all forms of magic, and this is already indicating this ceremonial ritual. On top of this, behind Will Smith we see a massive red moon rising, which again ties back to the occult, as many occultists practice moon magic. The red moon actually represents a rebirth in the occult and is often used during these occult rituals. None of this imagery correlates with a message about the one true God. This is because Will Smith wasn't dedicating this performance to the same God we worship. How do I know this? Well, because Will Smith is an occultist who is actually a part of the Church of Scientology. It is common knowledge Will Smith and his wife are members of the Church of Scientology. Even though they deny being affiliated with the organization, they have been seen at many Church of Scientology events. He also recently got caught for creating a school for kids that taught them all about Scientology in their curriculum. The school was literally labeled a Scientology school, and that is against the rules. The first thing to note about this is that the Church of Scientology doesn't believe in the God us normal people worship. They actually don't believe in God at all, as they teach that people are their own gods. I have made a video breaking down the truth about the Church of Scientology, and it actually connects to the infamous occultist Aleister Crowley and his religion Thelema. The Church of Scientology was created by L. Ron Hubbard, who based the Church of Scientology on his studies of Thelema and Aleister Crowley.
When you say black magic, what are you talking about? Some of the things that I read in the stack of material, it sounds just absolutely unbelievable. What are you talking about when you say this?
Well, the funny thing is that the actual truth is about as far out as Scientology itself. Really, the basis of Scientology, which is rather hidden and covered over, is the occult, the deep involvement with satanic powers, and he felt that he was deeply involved with a British black magician called Aleister Crowley, and through putting himself in deep hypnotic trance and the use of drugs on himself, he wanted to become the most powerful.
Scientology is an occult group that practices ritual magic. Will Smith is a part of the Church of Scientology. He is not a Christian, nor does he worship God. Will Smith sees himself as a god through the teachings of the occult. In fact, Scientology is a front for Thelema. It's the mainstream version of Thelema. So when Will Smith was quote unquote praising God, he wasn't praising the one true God, he was praising whatever he worships in Thelema. This also further confirms what everyone pretty much already knew about Kirk Franklin. He is a sellout who isn't really...
I mean, of course, you can't share space on that BET Awards stage without being a sellout, without being one of them. It's just not possible.
On the side of God. During this BET performance, Will had the audience watching, giving their energy to whatever Will Smith was conjuring. Smith is an occultist, not a servant of God. Just like the rest of the huge music stars, we can see Smith showing his Masonic association. We can see him doing the one-eye symbolism that these celebrities love to do so much in many different photos. We see so many of these celebrities doing this one-eye symbolism, but still, people think nothing of it. If so many celebrities have been doing this exact pose, you know that it must mean something. I have come to believe that Smith himself is also a Freemason. In one of his photos, we can see him secretly admitting to being a Freemason, as he can be seen doing the Masonic hidden hand. The same pose he did during the Oscar ceremony when he slapped Chris Rock. In one of Will's early hit songs, Parents Just Don't Understand, we can see several Masonic symbols in the background of the music video. I have noticed that in many older music videos, the Masonic symbolism was often very subtle. A far stretch from today where the symbolism is much more open
Blatant,
and all
right.
over the place. Still, it's undeniable that it was showing that he is a Masonic puppet. Will Smith has sold out since the beginning. It's actually rumored that he sold out to Benny Medina and Quincy Jones, getting involved with them romantically for his opportunities on The Fresh Prince. He was also recently exposed by a former assistant who caught him allegedly hooking up with another male actor.
You see the
I
100.
mean, is this really surprising though? Let's be honest. Will and Jada's relationship is open anyway, and Will is the bitch in the relationship. So does that even surprise anybody? Jada probably bent his ass over.
Of celebrities that I've done
Allegedly. Okay? Nothing that I say in this video, okay, YouTube, is facts. This is all alleged.
business with, done things with. During the latter years of our relationship, Will was not my friend. I was his friend. I could tell you what goes on the inside. Everybody else is just speculation. And then I saw facts that when I walked in on.
Who'd you walk in on?
Him and Dwayne Martin. Door to Dwayne dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having sex with Will. There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing, like murder. He was there.
Oh, that is just disgusting. Look at her. You gonna need a whole bottle of wine after hearing that shit. Look at her face, bruh. That's, hey, do what you do, right? Do what you do. I just don't want to see that. Like, when I type in blah, 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 and I pull something up, I want to see two bitches. That's all I'm saying, all right? Everybody like what they like, though, right? Everybody like what they like. I just,
Will Smith sold his soul years ago, and now he is being used to push Scientology onto the fans. Don't let these celebrities fool you just by mentioning God. When they mention God, they do it to put our guards down. This way they can misguide you. Will Smith's BET performance...
What did it say in the Bible, right? False prophets. In the end times, there will be a lot of false prophets. And what do you think these celebrities and influencers are? False prophets. They want you to believe that they believe in the God that you believe in, but they're leading you into damnation. Just look at the content that they post. What the fuck are they really influencing? If you're really honest with yourself, what is the average influencer influencing? What are they influencing? What, materialism? I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with having money and being successful or any of that, right? But when you make success and money your God, when you're selling your soul to post certain content that you know is not aligned with your true values and who you are, right? If you are scamming people, which the influencer is the new scammer, and they're getting away with it time and time again. And nobody says anything. What are you going to do? Sue the creator? So it's just like, y'all got to wake the fuck up. And y'all got to really, really be aware of who you follow, why you follow them, and the messages that they are promoting. You got to pay attention to that shit, man. Like, I understand entertainment is entertainment. And I love to watch entertainment too. But you also have to know, some of these influencers, some of these creators, some of these celebrities, man, they do not mean you well. They don't mean you well. All right. So be careful who you follow.
Was clearly a ceremonial ritual. In no way was it dedicated to the one true God. We must stay vigilant and not get misguided by the plans of the enemy. They want you to blindly follow what they say without asking questions.
That's true, man. And that's why I always tell y'all in all of these videos, I don't want to force my beliefs on you. I want you to think for yourself. I want you to actually take the time to sit down and say, does this make sense to me? Not because Diamond said it, not because Will Smith said it, not because whoever the fuck else, my mama said it, my cousin said it, my brother said it. I want you to see if it resonates with your spirit. That's all that matters. What do you think about a situation? Right? We are programmed in this society to just, the blind leading the blind, just follow somebody, but never follow what God is telling you, and never follow your own mind. Which those are the two most important things that you should follow, in my opinion, right? In my opinion. Like I said, I don't want to force my opinions on y'all, but I always ask God to lead me, guide me to the right decisions, to the right words to say, the right messages, you know, whatever it is, or just anything in my day-to-day life. I ask God to lead me. And then I also trust in my intuition, because I know that we all have God within us. So I use my intuition, which is a tool for me to connect with God, right? And take inspired action when necessary, and move how I need to move when necessary, you know, and things of that nature. Just the other day, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, I was driving and I was in the left lane and this lady was in the right lane, right? And she was in the right lane going straight. I was in the left lane. She was going kind of slow. So, you know, I was going average speed, about 35. She was probably doing like 30. Okay, in the right lane, I was doing about 35, which was the speed limit. And so I'm coming up, approaching, you know, and I'm just going straight. She's going straight too. And all of a sudden, she cuts over to the left and damn near runs into me, bro. So I mashed on the fucking brake as hard as I could. Thank God I avoided that crash. If I hadn't not braked, what the fuck was that? If I had not have broken, what the fuck? What am I trying to say? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. If I didn't brake at the time that I braked, right? That would have been a crash. And I truly believe that God told me and gave me the reflexes in order to act when I did act. You know? I was just like, what the fuck? And normally I would get very, very upset. But what came over me was gratitude. I was just so happy that I avoided that crash. And it's funny because the lady felt so bad, right? So I was going up and I was trying to let her over because obviously she was trying to get over, but she didn't even get over. She ended up making a right because I think it kind of fucked her up. So I'm coming up and she's like slowing down and she rolled down her window. So I rolled down mine too and I looked over. She said, I am so sorry. That was my fault. I'm so sorry. I was like, look, it's okay. It's okay. I was just so happy that I did not get into that crash. And I know that God was the one that protected me from that crash even happening. And not only that, the way that she was just so apologetic, you know, the whole experience, even though it seems like a bad one, I was very, very grateful for that. And you know, it's all in how you look at things. Somebody could be pissed off and want to like fight her, get out the car and all of these things. But my perception was, look, it could have happened, but it didn't happen. And because it didn't happen, I'm super happy. And even if it did happen, I would have been a little irritated, but it's cool. Hopefully you had insurance so you could get my shit fixed, right? But that's the thing about life. I really want you guys to know that you have the power to decide how you feel and what you think about every single solitary situation. If you think positively, I'm telling you that you will heed positive results. Positive things will happen in your life. The same is true with negative. You got some negative shit that happens and you have a negative perspective of it, you're going to continue to have more negative experiences in your life. Now, I'm not trying to say just because you have a positive attitude that you will never have any negative experiences. But Negative and positive are all perception. What happened to me, almost getting in that collision, that could be seen as a negative experience. Somebody would have went off on her ass. Somebody would have cussed her out and all types of shit. Maybe would have followed her. Who knows? These drivers out here are crazy. I was one of them, and I can still be one of them. I'm really working on myself, right? But when you are just, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're happy with life and you're just grateful all together, like everything in my life is unfolding just magically. And that's what happens when no situation can get you down. Even if a situation gets you down, you don't stay down for too long, maybe an hour at most, and you do something about it, right? You change your mindset and all of that. So I just want you guys to know that throughout these videos, I'm not promoting fear. I feel like a lot of these conspiracy videos promote fear. I'm not doing that. I want you guys to love yourself. I want you to love life. That's the biggest thing that I want to promote in these videos right here. Shoot me a DM and send me any requests that you have. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe. All of that. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And today ain't your mama, today Uncle Joey still a hall. We'll see you guys in the next motherfucking video. And I love y'all, man. Peace. We out, baby.